Well, here we are. We're back at Chapel 6 Marsh. John's down there wetting his line. He's got the dogs and the hounds with him, and he's set up over there in his shelter. I'm here. And if you don't know who John is, he's a fisherman. I'm Vern Sea Fishing. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up, and watch this session. Hopefully we'll catch a few fish. Let's cut for the intro before I forget what I'm going to say. Cut for the intro. Right, let's get this jumped in. What a bloody cast that was. Dead straight. Went forever. Went forever. Look at this. You are level with my eyes. My box is level with my eyes. So steep it is. That just went forever. Can't believe it. Casting is so much better. So much more distance. I'll tell you for why. I was watching my cast yesterday, watched tonight's video yesterday and this morning. It weren't that long. Some are. And yeah, I shall talk about that later on. Right, let's get the next one out. I've baited them both up. We have got pulley rigs on because they're easy. You just pull them out, bait them up, whack them on, and whack them out. It's a bit like whacking. And you can't beat a bit of whacking. Now, I should chuck this out short really. Now what shall I do? I'm going to walk this way and chuck it and hope there ain't much tide run, just to keep them separate. You watch, I'll cast this one to the bloody left. Tide's coming in. Hopefully we'll get a couple of little waves now. That one didn't go so far, which is probably a good idea really. Now, 2 different braking systems, 2 different monomags. This one's a centre one, and I put 2 new little thin magnets on it to increase the magnets. So I probably need to back it off a bit from where it is. It didn't whirl. It didn't go woo. You know how they go. Well, you wouldn't if you had got a fixed bill, would you? Next time I cast, now I'm straight, I'll walk to the left. And I'll chuck a shorter one out to the left, so I ain't imposing on John. Right, I don't know, one, whether you can hear me or not, because this camera fell over and I never checked. Could have 2 videos, this could be the 3rd that's no sound. So hopefully we've got sound. I'm going to play this back and see if I can't hear it. And secondly, we don't want any tide run, do we? Because it's been bad weather up Scotland way, apparently, and that normally affects us down here a few days later. So I'm hoping that we don't. They're out, one's out really far, the one on the left. Fantastic cast, but let me put you there. Can you still see me? I hope you can. Anyhow, we're fishing with the 2 Zziplex high flexes, 1 Primo high flex and 1 M4 high flex match. And I've got coupled on that 2 rocket reels with the chrome frames. One's got a centre mag and one's got a monomag. I'll show you all this in a minute. The monomag needs backing off a bit because it's got too much braking on it. The rod on the left is out further than the rod on the right. We've got on it a piece of squid on each rig, on each rod, and I just cut down the middle of the mantle, cut the head off, cut down the middle of the mantle, wrapped it up and put it on and got it out, because squid is the first bait you can get out there for me. And get it out if it's frozen. But yeah, this is where we are at. We are at Chapel 6 Marsh yet again. The reason I'm here is it's a nice beach. It's the right size. We got a 5.77 metre tide today at 21 minutes past 6. John's on the phone to one of his fans. He's got the biggest telephone fan club in the world, that man. He's already been talking to the world champion backcaster in the car park, sorting him out some gear. He is Mr. Popular, and if you're fishing or you watch my channel, then you'll know who John is. Well, that's down towards the chapel. Here we go in front. There's my 2 rods. That's the puddle down there. We've got a bloke fishing beside us. That shocked me when I come over. I thought, what's he doing out of work? But there you go. Perhaps he's retired or he's having a day off. I don't blame him. It's a beautiful summer's day. There's only 3 of us on this beach fishing. And down there is Wallabank. In the previous video, I said I don't know if it's Wallabank or Anderby Creek because I drive too slowly past them. But today, I watch them. So I get my car parking ticket off, and then you got Mog's Eye, which they've renamed for some reason, but it'll always be Mog's Eye to me. They call it Marsh Yard now. Absolutely ridiculous. And then you've got Anderby Creek, Wallerbank, Chapel Six Marshes, and Chapel St Leonard's down there. And then I think, don't quote me on it, you've got Ingermells further down the coast. Then you've, well no, you've got Trunch Lane, then you've got Ingermells, and then you've got North Shore, which is literally the North Shore of Skegness. There's free car park there. And yeah, and then you've got Skegness Beach itself and so on. But I ain't telling you how to get there. I've told you where it's at. I've told you the other marks. It's up to you to look for these marks by Google Maps, or a map in front of you, which costs $4.99. You know, I'm not one of these that's going to tell you and where it is, grid references, longitude, latitudes, and yeah, and come and pay for your parking as well. No, you need to do something yourself, don't you? Because that's the fun about it, isn't it? Finding these marks yourself on days where there ain't people or there is people. Because then you can just, if there is loads of people, you can then move on to somewhere else, can't you? But yeah, it is the 9th of July. It's been, what has it been? 10 or 11 days since my last fishing session. It's been, which was with Colin. I did 2 sessions that day. It's been a nightmare the last few weeks. I shall go into that later on. So yeah. Now, this is the last time I'm going to say this. I can assure you. Right, how are we all in? We've got to be, haven't we? This is the last time I'm going to say it. And the reason I'm saying it now is because I always tend to say it at the end of my video, or towards the end. And I don't think it's had much impact. Now, it's the last time I'm going to say it. After that, that's it. So what I'm asking people to do is, if you watch this video, can you at least give me a thumbs up? You know, I get over 2,000 that watch these videos at the minute, because I'm in the dark corridor of the YouTube corridors at the minute. I ain't being seen by everyone. So if you can, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to, or if you would like to, or I'm asking you to, just give us a comment, just say hello. So all I'm asking is you give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, and I ain't doing this like all other YouTubers do just to try and build a channel. I just want to get out of the rut that I'm in and get my channel back to where it was. So there's nothing hidden in it, there's nothing begging in it. I'm just asking you if you would. I come here driving, fishing because I love fishing, filming because I love filming, and put a video out there for people to watch if they want to watch it. All I'm asking is if you can give us a thumbs up or a comment, or both would be beneficial. It's just got to be hello, anything. That's the last time I'm going to say it. And the reason why I've said it now is because I keep saying it at the end of the videos, and I don't think people turn off after 40 minutes. And the average view time has gone up to 40 minutes now. Can't believe that. It's been 30, 31, 28 for ages. It's shot up to 40 now. I better watch these rods. That right hand rod just moved. So if you do it, thank you very much. If you don't, well, thank you very much. I'm going to check these rods. As a matter of fact, let me just show you my rods. I know you see them. I was going to bring a different Zziplex today, but then I thought, no, I'm going to use those 2 on the Holderness coast. Because they're heavier, you know, because that's the sort of thing you do, innit? Carry a heavier rod down on the coast. So we've got the 2 Zziplexes. M4 High Flex match and the Primo High Flex. Coupled up with a Rocket Centre Mag. And a, let's get that like that. And a Chrome Rocket Monomag. That's what we're fishing. Let's hope we catch some fish. I don't want it to be too busy. Yeah, I don't want it to be too busy. but it's lovely and cool in there. It's going to be this weekend getting into the 30s to 32 degrees C again. So today's Wednesday, it's the 9th of July. Time is at the minute 3:05. So we've got a slight breeze southeast, east-southeast it is. I ain't too worried because it isn't blowing in my face like a whirlwind, you know, like that. So hopefully it ain't going to turn the fishing off. Water's warm. Hopefully there'll be something about. Keep on watching. You know, it can't get any worse than this. I do talk a lot, I do rattle on, and I do moan and rant. But I'm in a good place at the minute. Last 2 weeks, probably about 2 weeks, probably a little bit longer, 15 days, something like that, 16. I've been in a bad place, really irritable. I'll tell you more about that later. I'm hoping you haven't noticed on my videos, but then I'm normally grumpy anyhow. See you in a bit. Right, this is Mr. Spalton. For those of you who haven't seen him for a long while, this is what he looks like in his sweaty waders, look. And we've got Luna, we've got Big Scoot, who I had to clean my trousers because I've got dog drool all over them. And Roscoe is, he's in the tent, in the Zziplex Bigaloo. So mate, how's fishing been for you just lately?
Diabolical.
Diabolical?
That's putting it politely.
So you haven't been doing very well in your matches?
No mate, no, I won one 2 weeks ago, but since then it's been...
Pants. We can say pants.
You can say crap.
Yeah, you can say that.
Well, if that crap, I won the most useless at the last match.
Oh right.
Admitted it was drawn.
I don't think you can say much useless because then you're imposing that somebody isn't very good. You can't really say that on YouTube. So, you know what I mean?
Well, they aren't
I
very
think
good.
we'll be all right.
Yeah.
So, what'd you get? You must have won something for that, John.
Yeah, the packet of hobnobs I bought myself to give to the most useless person.
Hobnobs are biscuits, Mr. Algorithm.
Yeah.
Ah well, mate.
Chocolate biscuits.
You're out for Leisure Day today, aren't you? And
well, I've got my smooth hound open here Saturday.
right. So you brought me to show you how to catch them, haven't you?
I've just brought you to cheer me up a bit.
All right. Well, even with all my yapping,
Yeah.
I see we're far enough apart for you to have a break from it.
Yeah. Well,
But anyhow, mate, any tips you want on hounds, you know, just ask, because like I'm the man.
Yeah. See what happens.
And what bait you got?
Crab on both at the minute.
Grab. You got your squid?
I've got some squid.
Well, I've got 2 squid out at the minute.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
My right hand rod's been bouncing, but I just think it's the tide. I just think it's the
Yeah.
waves.
Let the match rods in there. And any bushes in there.
Yeah, that's the problem, mate. Rubbish rods, rubbish. What have you got on there? These are zippies, aren't they?
Yeah, well, left hand one's a XTR,
Right.
right hand one's a Quattro tripod.
Well, you'll catch with them, won't you?
Hope.
I keep trying to educate you about these any fish anywhere. It's just a fad that's going around.
No.
That all fishermen are using any fish anywhere because they seem to think they're brilliant.
I have to say it's the best match rod.
No. You want a Kenzaki?
No, you don't.
Yeah, you watch my video tomorrow, yeah,
Yeah.
with a cup of tea and a cake,
Yeah.
and when I'm reeling in that last reeling, you look at how good my rod is. It's just the tips, and it was heavy as anything. I thought I was going to have to run to the car park and see if there was a lady in there to reel it in for me, because I was struggling. It was heavy.
Yeah. Now I've lengthened them by 4 inches. Make well, a bit more than that, make them 40 foot 4.
All right.
Not these two, but them two.
But the
Any fish.
yeah, them things.
So lovely match rod.
Well, but you see, you're not from Norfolk, you see. You've got to dig your heels in sometimes and just think to yourself, no, I'm not doing it. Like these dongle rigs, you need to pack them up.
Nothing wrong with that really. Especially when they're good. What's it, are you alright?
Yeah, I mean, it's clicking.
Well, better hurry up, get it mended.
I'm going to have to, innit? Because I'm hard, you see. Because I'm that hard, I can take the pain.
I've seen you walking across here, you look bloody hard.
Oh, did you hear that? No. Right. Well, this is John. You'll see him a little bit later. Don't know if we're going to do a story time. We might do, might we?
Yeah, I ain't got a lot to say, really.
Yeah.
No, it's just...
It'd be boring. When are we off to the River Nene? Got to be coming up to that soon, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
It's got to be the end of this month, hasn't it?
I've tried it 2 or 3 times, I thought, and I think it's just still a little bit... The Oddhound come out.
Even if we go just once this year, I need to...
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember last year when we had the hounds, but end of July, I think.
Yeah. Well, I should look in my tide book.
They're catching loads of bass right inland on the Ouse. I mean,
Someone said, I read someone said the Ouse is fishing well.
80-something centimetre came out this week.
Did it?
80.
No, well I had that in the last video, tonight's video.
Yeah, they're hounds.
90 up one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This
Oh, well it's a bass, was it?
Bass.
Oh, just a tiddler.
Yeah.
I've had them 2 metres. Bass,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you have them.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
What you do then, wake up. Yeah.
No, I had to hit it with a stick
Yeah,
to get it in. It hit me back, it took the stick off me, mate, and hit me back.
Yeah. That's a year today since I got him.
Yeah. So, here's Scoot. You look at that camera, Scoot. You're like a model, aren't you? So you've had him a year today, John.
Today.
So it was a year ago today when John was shooting over to Northern Ireland
Yeah.
to pick old Scoot up. He's got sand round his chops. I don't think he's bothered. So, anyhow, I shall bring you back in a bit. And just wanted to introduce you to John. And I'm fishing behind the dead seal.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought it was a log for ages,
did, mate.
and then I walked past it last session. I thought it's a seal, and then I realised the backbone that has got is the same as the backbone I got in my back garden, because I found a backbone and brought it home, showed the wife. She don't want it.
No.
I should have brought it back today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I now know the backbone of a seal.
Good job, Gus.
Do you?
Alive, isn't it? He'll be up there.
Yeah, Gus would be up there eating that.
Yeah.
So, say see you later, Scoot. Right, well, it's been a kind of shit few weeks for me and the wife, and that's quite a selfish thing to say, but I can only talk for myself, and I know the other person has been totally shit, and her boyfriend or partner or whatever you want to call him, good chap I say. But yeah, I was fishing in the videos, and I think you'll notice that at one point I was happy, and at the next point I'd totally changed. I was miserable. Now you might say, Dan, you're always miserable, but no, I was very miserable. I had a phone call that day. It was a video. Oh, where are we? 1, 2, 3 videos ago. I was at this beach, Chapel 6 Marshes. Can't remember if I caught. I think I did. But got a phone call from the wife, and the wife said to me that my daughter has found a lump in her breast. Well, that hit me and the wife and my daughter and her boyfriend Richard for 6. That ain't the sort of news that I was expecting to get from a daughter that's only 28. And I know you can be born with it, and it's a right shit show, isn't it? But I can only speak for myself, and I asked Chelsea if I can say something, because, and only because I was more miserable than most at times, and probably critical as well, because it's sort of like, it was totally shit. I can't say any other way. Totally shit. She did the right thing. She come home from work, got a doctor's appointment, got straight into hospital. 14 days later, I think it was, just within the time span. And for those 2 weeks, the wife didn't sleep, the wife felt ill, I didn't sleep. I was thinking about it all the time, worrying. I can't even begin to imagine where my daughter was and Richard was. And this is my eldest daughter, Chelsea. And it's been totally shite. Monday was the day she went this week going to hospital. And Monday, well, if something had gone wrong, I think I would have been inside, because I was the most irritable, argumentative person, short-tempered in this world. And I always think the worst. The wife was trying to be positive, but I think she was totally upset. And Chelsea went to the hospital, had the ultrasound, and they can tell you now with the ultrasound, they're that good, whether it's benign or whether it's cancerous by the growth. She got 2 lumps. She didn't have one. One lump was just fatty material, size of a strawberry, half a medium-sized strawberry. And the other one, where she was getting pain at the side, she didn't know she had a lump there. That's really deep on her breastbone. But with the ultrasound, he said it's okay. It's not cancer, it's benign. Now me, they said that straight away. You're perfectly safe. Said it. Keep monitoring it. If it's uncomfortable, if you get pain from it, if it gets bigger, ring us straight away, and you'll be in straight away for us to have a look at it again and carry on with the situation. She's also got an appointment in 4 months for him to check it up on it, to check it, see if it's got bigger or whether it's going away, and to check it again. So everything's great and she's all clear. They're just cysts. We googled it. 60 to 80% of lumps in women's breasts are just fatty lumps, but they couldn't take a sample from the one that's really deep on a breast cage because it's so deep. So thank God for ultrasounds. We googled ultrasounds and they can tell the shape of it, what it's like inside, and they know whether it's benign or not. So that's where we're at the minute. Me being dad, I'm like still worrying but really happy. And but dads worry, don't they? If it isn't cut out and chucked in the bin and away with it, I worry. But there's no need to worry because it's all okay. So yes, this is a very personal thing within our family, but I use these videos to clear my head. And for the last 2 weeks or more, it's been more than that now, it's been purgatory, me filming a video, not saying what's on my mind. If something's on my mind, I'll hold it back for so long, but it's gonna come out eventually. And I'm just so happy that it's a good outcome. I even said to my daughter, if I could take it off you and I die from it, I wish I could, but you can't, can you? You just can't. But there's no need for that because it's all good. But you know, dad still worries. But it's all brilliant. So the next day, that night, in the morning when we woke up for work, we slept through the alarm. It must have been the best night's sleep we've had for donkeys. Feels like donkeys. So yeah, you might think, well, why are you saying this? Like I've just said, I film to say what's on my mind. Yeah, you don't get me going around talking about this, that and the other and woe is me. This is part of my having a break, relaxing and getting things off my chest. And I cleared it with the daughter and said, can I say something? And she said, yeah, of course you can. So thank you very much, Chelsea. And to anybody there that's thought, Christ, he's more miserable than normal, that's the reason why. I'm going to see what's on these rods. John's reeling in, if you can see him there. He ain't got to reel in far because it's only out about 40 yards. What I'll do is, if he catches something, I'll say to you, John caught in the next clip. I hope he don't bring my line in. See you in a bit. John's about to do a back cast. So he's walking over to my line, he's going to cast over me. That was a good one. Right, let's get this reeled in. It's the first rod I casted out, and I ain't shy. I've got a measure on it to see how far it actually went out. It's working. Right, that's the weight set exactly. There's nothing on it. I've still got bait on it, so that's good. Right, how far has that gone? 112 metres. 112 metres. That's brilliant. That's with a bait on, 5 ounce weight, into an east-south-east wind. So that knocks off the distance. I had a pennel rig on there with a huge 2 hooks with half a squid on it, which is too big, so I could have halved that bait to get further distance. But yeah, let me take this off and I'll show you it. Don't want people to think I'm lying. You must be able to see that. Anyhow, it's 112 metres and I'm chuffed to bits. So when I say it's at about 100 metres, it's at about 100 metres. Now I don't think it will do it on this bit now because I'm on an incline of a beach and the sand is soft. But if the wind weren't east-south-east and it was blowing from the west, or there was no wind at all and I had a smaller bait on, or just a plain weight, it would go further. So it's not bad with a dodgy hip, is it? Right, let's get this baited up. Chuffed with that, I am. I am chuffed with that, so I'm actually smiling. And I feel so much better now after the news I've told you. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I feel fantastic. You see, when my weight changes from one foot to the other, your foot sinks in this soft sand, and you saw the stumble I had, and I'm afraid to say it don't go so far. That ain't 112 metres. Right, let's move this back, shall we? Because, I'll tell you for why. Tide's coming in. So I'll set you up there while I move this back. I'm going to get up on this bit and then I won't have to move again. Yeah? Right, put that on there. As my gear moved back, I'll just move my box again because that's what you have to do, innit? Bloody plonker. I'll go this side and then it's right for the sun a bit more then. Plus if I'm here, I'm looking at my rod side on. So this is Chapel 6 Marsh. Nothing yet, we're blanking. See you in a bit. Right, let's get this reeled in. I've baited up again. I've got a rig ready, so let's get this in my in shot there. Why do I always say that, Vernon? Hey? Yeah. But there's nothing on that. So but then John ain't caught anything anyhow, so I'm keeping good company. There's been a bite, I've had a bite, look, I'll show you, because I spoke to John about this, and John said, yeah, it's when the fish grabs the bait. So, no, actually it ain't. Well, it might have been. Someone's had a maul at it, put it that way, and pulled the hook out of the bait, you see, can you see that? I had 3 bites like that in the previous video, and the hooks were those mini mantas, and they were pulled about 6 or 7 inches down from the bait. The bait was up 6-7 inches above, and John said to me that's when the fish grab hold of it and yanks it off. So I've got some stronger elastic, which is what's on that rig that I casted out on this rod here, so we'll see what that's like. So I've used thicker elastic for the smaller shanked hooks to give it more grip. Right, the fisherman that was down there, he's gone. Don't know why, he never come and said see you later or anything. But the other side of John is a chap that's just setting up, so we've lost a fisherman but gained another one down there, but he's quite far away. Let's set this up. I'm going to answer this phone for once because I don't get much of a signal. Right, Pat? Right. Yeah, don't get a signal on this beach at all. And that was just the wife. She's now. So she's and she's not had a bad day, so she ain't been punched today, put it that way. So that's got to be a good day, hasn't it? Well, I backed the magnets off there, probably 2 revolutions. I did go the wrong way first, so I knocked it back 3. And the reel sounded a lot slicker. You couldn't hear that it was being held back by the magnet. Now, it went at a good distance, probably about 100 meters. And the other thing is, on that last reeling I measured, you got to remember I was down there and walked back, so it was probably about 100, 105, probably about 100 meters. But I think what I might do is measure this one as well. Because I was quite happy with this cast. It was a good cast. There goes John again. So I've got one just over there because obviously I walked down, what, 12, 14 yards down there. And I have one straight out a little bit to the left because obviously I walked to the left. So we're holding bottom with a 5-ounce weight. On that one I've got squid and crab. I'm now going to take this bait off this rig here and put some more squid and crab on, and that's what we're fishing now. I brought loads of bait. I think I've got ragworm. I keep bringing them with me. They've been salted and I keep them in the freezer, but I keep bringing them out and taking them home. I've got crab, I've got squid. I don't see it as any point bringing out else. I've got some bluey. That's been in and out. If we still had Gus with us, I could have fed it to him, couldn't I? But Scoot only eats sausage rolls. Right, I'd just like to apologise for a video, but it was last week's video and the week before. If you noticed, great. John said they were coming here fishing and I thought they were going that way, so my walking to the left is now sort of like drawn for the wayside, but they are far enough away so I can still walk to where I was walking and cast, because I'm gonna. And anyhow, as soon as high water gets there, which is in an hour, I'll be walking to the right, because the tide will be going from right to left then. So it'll be right. They're plenty far enough away. They're gonna have a spot of fish and John know them. Yeah, in the last video there was the sorry about that, there was the rescue helicopter out, and also the aeroplanes, and also the boat. Well, on this beach you cannot, or the beach up there, basically this coast, it's very, very hard to get a signal. Nigh on impossible, in fact. So when that was all going on, as we all do as children, when an aeroplane or a train, because I mentioned about the train in the Lake District never bibs his horn, when the helicopter was traversing the beach, I was waving. Now, I thought it was a drill. I thought it was a practice session they were doing. Like I said, I had no internet connection. Everybody that come past me, I asked them, they knew nothing about it. They weren't interested. So what I'm saying is I apologise for waving at the helicopter and saying, well, that's it, he don't talk to me. They're just like the train drivers. Just take it as it was meant. It was just me jesting and not knowing, as we all do when we dig ourselves in a hole. Nothing was nasty about it, nothing was meant by it. That's done, and I'm only that's done, yeah. But the sad thing about it is I eventually got a phone call with the wife, as you know in the video, and they were searching for a boy, as you know, because in the high water session I did talk about that. I just wanted to apologise for the wavy bit in the low water session 2 weeks ago, and you know it was a boy. And we found out the next day while we were at home, Karen went on the internet and they'd found the person. I think it was a boy, and he didn't make it. So what a terrible shame that is. And I just wanted to mention it for those that are watching this video and they don't search it. I just wanted to say, so there was a conclusion to that day with me doing all that talking. But they were certainly searching all night into dark, and yeah, nothing more to say. It's a shame, isn't it? That sea is very dangerous, even on this coast where the water goes out and comes back. You don't get cut off. It's not like up in the Mersey or at Morecambe Bay or other marks like at Filey or anywhere else around the country. It's a reasonably, you know what's going to happen, but it's still dangerous and you need just to be careful. I've baited up another rig. I'll just quickly show you that, then I'll have to ring Colin back. Sorry Colin, but I was filming, mate. Squid and crab, still too big, but I want plenty of smell out there, and if it don't go an extra 10 yards I ain't bothered. Shall see you in a bit, and Yeah, it was a bit gloomy that, wasn't it? I'm sorry about that. I could go on about the fact of the government and stuff, but I'm not going to. I'm in quite a happy place at the minute until I just spoke about that. But yeah, it's a right shame. And all that day I was thinking and talking, when I could get hold of the wife, I was talking to the wife about that. It must be absolutely, well, you just can't think. You can't think about it when you lose, you know, with what's happened to us for the last 2 weeks, but where everything's fantastic, for that to happen to someone and they've lost a child, it must be absolutely, well, I just don't know. You don't know unless it happens to you, but I can only imagine they're absolutely in bits. And I want to stop talking about it now. What do you think to these reels? Let's change the subject. Hey, aren't they Bobby Dazzlers? Well, it ain't a story time, but I thought I'd bring you back and show this awesome top range fisherman there reeling his rod in.
Yeah.
I keep airing this on channels, mate, about all these awesome fishermen, and I wanted to show one on mine.
I'm not very awesome at the minute.
Of course you are. You got here, mate, at 70, that's a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just nice and slow like that, is it, mate?
Yes, mate.
That's not a bad reel, that. Do you fancy selling me that?
Nah. Well, yeah, but this is a multi-purpose reel. It's high water, low water, medium water.
Oh, I couldn't get on with that, mate.
Next week, last week, 2 weeks ago, really.
In the last 2 videos, mate, I turned up with my low water reel, and then as soon as I got to high water, I swapped them for 2 high water reels and got the second rod out.
Did you really?
Yeah. Didn't do me no good, though.
No.
Didn't do me any good at all. Yeah, so that's John, and he's just reeling his rod in. I keep nearly full another. Your tip's wiggling a bit, mate.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Do you often get that?
Yeah.
At 70?
Yeah, only just.
Just. It's not much better at 57, I'll tell you. So, here we go. John, there's nothing on it. That's it. Do you want me to lower this rod?
No, mate, you're right. I'll go round and over.
Knit one, pearl one, John.
Yeah.
Have you had that a lot just lately then?
What?
Reeling in and just having a bit of bait left on the hook?
For weeks.
For weeks? You haven't had a very good, what they call summer season, have you?
What a terrible summer season.
Which is spring come...
Had a really good winter season, really good.
Yeah, you did, you won it.
Yeah. And
So how did it go wrong in such a small period of time?
I don't know.
Because you went from champion to hobnob winner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but the hobnob winner was quite a cult.
And how many times do you win the pound with Dwayne?
Not very many.
Not, so you're not even doing that?
No.
Right, let's see this Mr. Spalton do his cast. Because John likes to see his car. Hey, I'll do this, John, then you'll be able to see it. Hang on. That went straight, mate. That was a good one. That's got to be 130, hasn't it?
I hope so.
Good cast, mate.
That's what Dwayne said. He said, I can actually put my lead on top of a sixpence.
Yeah.
When we went to that casting tour.
Well, you're 70, mate. If you can't do that by now, there's something wrong, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a bit unfair that you're so tall and I've been left behind? Do you know what I mean? Did you have to have them extra inches? Couldn't you share them about a bit with me?
Yeah, yeah.
My wife always liked a tall husband.
Did she?
Yeah, she never got one though.
We can remember them platform shoes.
Yeah, I do in the 70s, yeah.
We could wear.
My dickhead brother had one.
Did he?
Yeah. I think they were brown and orange.
Yeah, that's
Normal colours for the 70s, brown and orange.
Bay City rollers, they used to wear them.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd didn't though, they wouldn't.
They were something else, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah. Still are.
Always stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. A little bit of fishing, a little bit of food tips there, I think, weren't there, John? Was there some tips there? People could see how you reeled it in, couldn't they? And
Yeah.
did we show the baiting up?
No, it's just good as it went out there enough.
Because your bait's half the size of mine,
Yeah, you don't.
and I've reduced mine. It's just that it's a bit scarce, and I figured 10, 15, 20 metres less, a bit more smell.
That's a bit strange. Especially this coast, it's got really hard.
Yeah.
But you don't need a lot to win when it's like this. You only needed 4 hounds last week.
It's not really the best way for the light, but the sun's behind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got out to talk about, John?
Oh, not a lot really, mate.
Don't have to have a story corner. Bit windy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Haven't you got any information at all for the people out there in the world for fishing? So I know you're going for a rough time at the minute, and it's got you in the doldrums.
No, I'm not in the doldrums. I'm just in the doldrums
On match day.
on match day. I'm not really in them. It comes across that. All my mates said you need a rest. You need
just
to.
do well, don't you?
Yeah, what they will. I don't need a rest
No, you don't.
because you won't catch nothing sat on the sofa.
No.
I mean, what you have to do when it's like this, you must never give up. You just got to ride it out,
Yeah.
and then it'll come good again. Hopefully.
But it's about time you won your own competition, innit?
Yeah, I ain't won that. Kev Green's won it the last twice.
Is he? How's he getting on with this one in the first round?
He was third in his section.
Oh, right. Doing well then.
Can't afford a last like I was. Well, you can drop one, so you never know. My look might change, and I might sack up. But you've got to have your, like I said before, you've got to have your glass half full, haven't you?
You have, mate. But I think that's all bullshit, really, isn't it? It's how it is on the day. If you turn up and then fish are in front of your peg, then you're going to do really well, ain't you?
Yeah.
No matter what you do.
Them old boys down there, they know me. And I said to them, it's not like, he's a good freshwater fisherman. I said, it's not like freshwater
He's
fishing.
doing freshwater fishing ground.
Yeah. Like when you can pull your fish off your neighbour.
Yeah.
This you can't. But saying that, mate, it's the same people that will win it. And it's, I think it's 99.9% bait.
Right.
Distance come into it, but you don't need to be miles out all the time, do you? Especially on Norfolk. Like Saul Page and them that win everything, they've got the best bait what you can get. They get it themselves, spend hours and hours and hours. Yeah, yeah. But I needed some maddies. My mate actually got me some. He was 20 pegs away.
Yeah.
He remembered he got me some when we started.
Yeah, right, that's a good time.
But, well,
Couldn't you see now if you had Gus, you could have sent him down from, couldn't you?
Well, yeah,
With a barrel under his neck.
Well, he beat one way. He'd have eaten. But right, when he hooked in the smooth out though, I think it's 40.
Is it?
It'll be usually a lot more than that.
Well,
The sound,
It's very clear now, this water. You think it was coloured, but it ain't coloured now.
Yeah.
You can see it, can't you? So it's clear. Like you say, it's sunny, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we've got to be off the car park at 10 o'clock, otherwise you get a ticket, don't you?
Yeah, we'll be gone before then.
What time are you packing up? I'm packing up at 9:20.
Yeah.
What time are you?
Gone, we've gone.
Will you?
Got to got into the
Well, put it this way. As soon as I start seeing the low water, yeah, I've got to stop, mate, because I've got the wrong reels. So I've got to stop because those reels just don't work. They just don't cast out. I wouldn't know what you do with yours. Perhaps they're a bit of a mongrel.
Them better, are
Yeah.
they? They definitely are.
You've got mongrel.
Yeah.
You can say that, can't you? Because that's a dog, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a nice day to sit here and chill out, isn't it?
It's certainly nice scenery.
That one not doing very well because everybody else isn't doing very well.
Yeah.
But then you've still got a chance. What was on about these worms? Since I've been digging in the same spot, I've done no good. They're lovely worms, big fat juicy ones. And I gave my mate some Monday night. He said, bloody hell, they're good worms. And he dug some, but not really enough.
Yeah.
All he caught was skinned them. He never had a bite on my worms.
So that's your next change when you're fishing your king of the shingle next, is it? Hit somewhere different.
It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But saying that, years ago, my mate said the diggers in Suffolk won't dig certain bits
Yeah.
because they couldn't catch them in worms.
Yeah.
It's like I thought the worms were worms.
I'll tell you what you can talk about. Your last fishing session at each.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Because
thought that was on, wasn't it on?
yeah, it is on. Just watch your P's and Q's because I don't want to lose what I've got. I ain't got a lot. You can ask the wife about that. I ain't got a lot. Just a few wrinkles and
Yeah.
not a lot. But yeah, tell them what happened. It was the end of your fishing session, wasn't it?
Well, all the way bloody through.
Oh right.
I was at Heacham.
Well, just tell me your story, mate.
Yeah. I was at Heacham, which has been fishing well.
Yeah.
And I went in between Heacham, if you like, and Understand. Get out of the way of the holiday makers, but it was rammed down there.
Yeah.
Anyway, this bloody old boy turned up, just hung around, there's a big set of steps behind.
By an old boy, you mean a youth?
A youth.
Yeah.
Well, he's about late 20s, 30.
Yeah, youth.
And he hung about, and then a few people would walk up, and then he'd go.
Right.
Anyway, half an hour, 3/4 later, he'd be back again. And he never said anything. Some of my gear was about that far away from it.
Yeah.
And he hung about, 3 more people come, off he went again. And he did this 5 times.
Right.
Right, then it got dark. Anyway, my mate come down to see me, and he went. Anyway, then all the holiday makers obviously
Disappeared as they do.
in the pub or
Yeah.
back in the caravans. Anyway, down he come again.
Right.
And this time he got a bit closer.
Yeah.
And as big as I am, I mean, I'm not 70 yet, but I will be soon in a few weeks.
Yeah. I thought you were 70.
No.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, mate.
Yeah.
So you're a young 69.
I'm 69 and over a half.
Oh, right, over an hour.
And
Not looking good, mate.
yeah.
You look at 70.
Well, the girls in the petrol station think I look a lot younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, charming charisma.
It's your blue eyes.
Yeah. And anyway, luckily there was 3 chaps. They were about 50 and 60.
Yeah.
They come and plonk themselves down about 80 your rods away.
Right.
And I was waiting for him to nick my gear. He was definitely
A wrong un.
a wrong. Anyway, I went to them. And I said, you wouldn't mind just staying put while I pack in. And I explained all this to them. No, we'll do better than that, mate. We'll come and sit with you. Anyway, they come and sat with me. soon as they come with to me, pop him back.
Right.
Right. And they did say that's a bit strange, isn't it? I said, yeah. Anyway, I packed in, then they walked me back to me.
Good of them, wasn't it?
Yeah. They'd biked all the way from Loughborough.
Yeah.
So they were 50, 60 odd.
Loughborough to Heacham?
Yeah, Loughborough each.
Fucking hell, how many miles is that?
Too far on the bike.
Yeah, too right. Bloody men. Did they have cycling children?
No, mate, they'd obviously got a caravan for them.
Oh, right, gotcha. Right. So they didn't push bike from Loughborough then?
Yeah, that day they had.
Oh, had they?
Yeah, that day.
Oh, right. Bloody mental. Mind you, it's a good job they were there, mate, so
Yeah,
you've got to be careful, ain't you? Because...
Well, my mate Dave, who was fishing the teams of private Yarmouth,
Yeah.
he had the same thing, and he went to measure a fishing, and when he come back, his phone was gone.
You got to be careful. So anyone out there fishing, you need to be careful at night. What you need is an equaliser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
Well,
need.
I thought I got one here.
Yeah, well mine's called Shillelagh, and I think that's a good one. I do. That's black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But although I'm getting on a bit, I can still hold me out. But it just makes it big, doesn't it?
Mate, if a couple of 18, 20-year-olds come up to me, I wouldn't be able to hold me out home with them
Yeah.
because they're young and fit and they're mental.
Yeah.
And they haven't got no reason to fare anything because what are they going to go? Just inside? So if I'm fishing on my own, I have a big fish priest with me
Yeah.
called Shillelagh.
I don't know if you saw me go up to the top of the hill before we started.
Yeah, I did. Why did you go up there?
Some old boy poked his head over the top, and then went back down again.
Oh, right, so you went and checked the van?
I went to check them out.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing in it.
No.
It's flat in the corner. But he was definitely up to no good. Yeah.
I took my car in yesterday, mate, for an MOT.
Yeah, it wasn't you, was it?
No. He says, what are you doing there, Vern? I said, well, I brought it in for MOT. I says, you ain't got any test jobs to do where you got to do a test run. He says, do you want to lift them? I said, I'd fucking love a lift them, mate.
Oh, you left it there then, didn't you?
No, he said, let me just check. Are you sure you're in today? And then he went and checked, he said it's next Tuesday. And I was like, oh,
Oh, tomorrow then?
yeah. No, next Tuesday.
Oh, right.
Next week.
Oh,
But the
it's
good thing about that is, my daughter's on from holiday.
Yeah,
So she can pick me up. Anyhow, I'll bring you back when I bring in my next rod and change the baits. Are you enjoying yourself, John?
I am, mate. I'm just chilled out. I'm not catching anything again, but...
At least we're having a chin chat, aren't we? Look at Scooty. Scoot. Scoot.
He knows he's getting a tinge of brown on him.
He is, yeah. You're on candid camera again.
Am I?
Yeah, I'm going to film you from this angle now. So what rod is that one? Quattro tricore.
4 quattros.
You'll get the stickers off Matey Boy, don't you?
I ain't bothered, mate.
No. Yeah, but one day that'll be in a garage and nobody will know what it is.
That'd be a surprise.
Stand the test of time, don't they, Zziplex? I know you either like them or you don't, but they're as good today as they ever were, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
The only other rod like it is the Daiwa Kenzaki.
Well, you're right.
Stiff rod, mate. And usable.
Well, Pete Kerr in our club, he's just bought one of them.
Yeah? Very intelligent man. What's his name?
Pete Kerr.
Pete Kerr. Sounds like the sort of bloke that knows what he's doing if he's bought a Kenzaki. What reel's he got on it?
I think.
Ah, not a multiply then.
No, I don't know.
Well, it's a nice day for it, mate. There's nothing on it. Have you had many reel-ins like that just lately?
Hundreds.
Mate, you wanted the company, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't get better than me.
yeah.
Where's he going? He's like walking to Norwich, isn't he? There we have this amazing young man, John Spalton.
Mate.
Just cast it to the horizon, ain't you, mate?
Yeah, that was a good catch.
Yeah. Right, let's get this right hand rod in. I've baited up another rig with crab. We'll bring that in and then cast back out, and then in a few minutes I'll have some water then, and in a few minutes time I'll bring a left rod in, and I'm going to put the meter on, so see how far that's out. No bait on that. That makes a change. First time. Right. Let's get this bait. Well, I'll show you it. I've already baited it up, haven't I? All I'm doing is going to change the bloody hooks. Put it that side and then it won't get tangled up. Take the hook out first. And then pull, just pull the hook straight into the bag. Because that's what you do. Ain't gone past the barb, so we're lucky there. Hook out rig on. I put the bait back in the kill bag, so that the bait stays in reasonable condition compared to cooking in the sunshine, where you leave your troubles all behind. Name that song. Obviously the first part of the line weren't cooking in the sunshine, but it just sounds like the song I'm thinking of. So I'm going to come this way because it's now going from right to left. That weren't a bad cast either. Chuffed with that. I am. Casting's come brilliant. I'm happy with every cast I've done today and the distance, and they've all gone dead straight. See, what my issue was, there was a lot of information to take in learning to cast. So what I did was I just thought to myself, lay it out in the right position behind you, rod tip virtually onto the sand, perfect position. And then instead of thinking, because I used to think I've got to bring my arms up here, up and round, so you're coming up and round, so it's like a different plane, and then when you get here you hit it. But what I was doing was, when I was coming around and thinking all this and right, I've got to hit it now, I was just coming over the top, so I was coming over like that, which is just like a which is just basically putting the weight on the floor and doing another red thump. Now I don't think about all this from the rod tip on the sand. I don't think about any of this coming round and up. Just don't think about it. All I think about is I want my hands to finish here, and I'm still not finishing high enough, but it's miles better. And it took a couple of sessions. They'll probably go wrong the next session, but they're all going straight. And all I think is I lay it out behind me, and I just think that, hitting it as high as I can. Like I say, I ain't doing that properly yet, but you forget all that bit in between, which was screwing me up. And yeah, much better. Much better. Like I say, I'll measure the other rod, because that was a good cast. I might even measure this one. They are, I bet you what, they'll all be about the same distance, because unless you get your hip sorted or you do something else to load the rod up more, you'll just cast the same distance, but for, you know, further, but the same distance all the time. To then make it jump an extra 5, 10, 15 yards, that takes something totally different. But it's a learning curve. I'm here enjoying myself. We are at Chapel 6 Marshes. I'm fishing with John, as you've seen. He ain't caught anything. So he's pretty much doing the same as he does in his matches. And me, I ain't caught anything. It would be nice to catch a fish, but we've got it against us. The water is clear. Secondly, it's really bright today, and it's going to be bright and hot all weekend as well. So that's not helping with the fishing. So I've just got to hope that as it goes, that sun drops, a fish might come in, and it'll be a last cast reeling a fish. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. If I was fishing here at night time, I think over high water at night time there'd be quite a few fish. But I can't stop in the car park past 10 o'clock. I spoke to the parking attendants today, and they said no, they do come round after 10 o'clock, and if you're there at 10 o'clock, that's a ticket. He said clearly if you're putting your gear in the back of the van and we can see you packing up, we won't give you a ticket. But I leave there at 20 past 9, and I'll be gone from here. Right, let's get this reeled in. I've put the meter on for seeing how far it's out. I don't mind shaming myself. I think it went a good distance. I was perfectly happy with it, and it was from this point, so I haven't moved. Probably under 100 meters, but there you go. nothing on it, it's not heavy. That's going round. Bit of discoloration in the water, some sort of sludge. There we have it. Right, let's see how far it casted out, shall we? Now that was a long way, it was a long way, but like I said, it's 93 metres. Can you see that? Nothing to hide on this channel, nothing to hide. That was a good cast. You're going to catch fish out there if they were there. If I drop one in about 20 yards, I reckon I could catch, but you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to fire it out again, innit? Right. Get this up, but let's get this off first. Well, I can honestly say that was a good cast, and these people that do an overhead thump, and these people that do an overhead thump and say they've chucked it 150 metres, I think you ought to buy one of these tools and shock yourself, because it might be more like 50 or 60. That bait, there's nothing streamlined about this bait. Now let me just show you something and I'll tell you what's wrong with it. See that? Now where the hook ends, if that bait was just that length, yeah, so what the bottom hook where it comes out, if that was where the bait ended, that would be a lot more streamlined, but that is about as streamlined as a vibrating rabbit being casted out there. It's just not gonna go. So the only way you get distance is with a plain bomb and a bloody good cast. That will rob yards and yards and meters off a cast. The reason why I'm not snipping that to get that extra distance, I probably should do really, because at 110 metres there might be some fish, but I just want a slightly bigger bait for a bigger scent. That is a lot smaller than a lot of baits of what I used to do. I've seen people put out huge great big prawns, huge great big squid like I used to do, with the head backed on it, with a lugworm down the side of it. I mean, what fish are out there that are going to eat that? A tope? I mean, I ain't fishing for that, am I? So the fish I'm fishing for, hounds, and if you're lucky a ray, you've only got small mouths, you only want a small bait. That bait is too big. I might make a little tiny bait next, just to see and to show you. So I'll do a smaller bait next time, which will be plenty big enough. Right, let's get this out. I'm going to go to the left. Absolutely beautiful air today. And yeah, tomorrow it's going to be getting high 20s. I think it was 22 degrees today. And I think on Friday and Saturday, because tomorrow's Thursday, Friday and Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be getting into the 30s again. So that is pretty extreme, isn't it? Well, it ain't extreme, it's just a good summer, British summer. Right, let's get this chucked. Well, that was a shame. That was a good cast, went straight again. But the problem with that one was, I thought to myself, let's punch it higher, let's punch it higher. I actually thought it, and I felt as though I did punch it higher, but the spool, this is the problem, you see. Now, I'll tell you why it's a problem. The spool slipped on my thumb, even with a cricket bat rubber and a glove. So I don't think I had my drag done up. I didn't have my drag done up. As soon as I felt that spool slip, I couldn't hold it. My drag weren't done up properly. Clearly it was done up enough to reel it in, but I just did 2 little turns on that star drag and I had line coming off the reel. So what happened was, I hit it higher. It might not have looked it, but I did hit it higher, but the spool slipped for whatever reason, star drag, or it was on my thumb. If it was my thumb or the drag, it was because the rod might have been loaded a bit more, putting more pressure on it, which I've not felt before. And like I say, the more you compress that rod, the further it'll go. That was a good cast, went dead straight, but the spool slipped on my thumb for those 2 reasons, whichever one it is. And that was either because of the star drag, or I put more load into the rod and my thumb, it weren't coping with it. But that don't matter, it's gone out there and it was a better cast. I hit that higher, I felt as though I was hitting it higher, so that's the good thing. Now I've got that logged in here, what that felt like, we'll try and do it again. Because why aren't you casting one in short Vern? Well, because I want to get this casting improved, and after feeling that, it's now excited me. So I haven't got my field because the field's been took over by 2 horses yet again. And do they get moved? No. But if I park as a bill payer, taxpayer, and I park in the car park and it's past the time, what happens? Even though it's 10 o'clock at night, you ain't doing no harm, it's there for 5 minutes too long, you got a ticket. Well, if it's at 10 o'clock, you got a ticket. Don't seem as though it's right with this country, does it? Don't forget, a subscribe to Verns Sea Fishing could put this all right. because it'll enable me to talk more about it, to educate people. John! He caught out! No, John ain't caught out. Look at that sky. Let me just show you the sky. Absolutely fantastic. They obviously aren't spending their 60 million on seed in the sky today to ruin our weather for the farmers and for us going out. Mind you, there's a seed plane going up there. There's been one over there. There's one over there that's been. But what a beautiful picture that is. And on top of the 60 odd million on planting seeds in the sky to balls the sun up, we've got some idiot paying 95 million on top of the 60 million, was it, a few months back? 90 odd million to Syria. You know, the people that have took over from the previous controlling government, and think we're not very nice people. Don't think I can say what I want to say. Do I risk my channel again? Good, isn't it? Dub all this money out to other people and not dub it out to the people that should have it or need it. And I'll tell you something else. Let's try and put a bill out there for people on, dare I say it, benefits, pippers. Let's put a bill out there that just persecute everybody. That's what we're going to do. Put a bill out. Oh no, that got stopped. Yeah, it got stopped. So he's going to find money from somewhere else, the Red Uni Party. But what I would do, if I was in charge, I would go through that bill. It would cost a lot more money. But this is what you have to do to make things right. You spend more money by searching out all the people that are screwing the system, that are having this, that and the other. Because when I was on the rock and roll for nearly 2 years, I got nothing. In fact, I had to pay them back what they gave me after I gave them all my information, and they knew exactly what I had. Yeah, I had to pay them back. So I would go through it and I'd search out all the people that are doing the system and milking it for everything that they can. From people with all sorts of things. That's what I would do. And then the people that do need it, I'd give them a bit more. Vote for Vern. Subscribe to Vern Sea Fishing. Right, John has just pulled in a bass. He put a flapper rig on. He put a flapper rig on with some worm, and he's pulled in a bass, 33 centimetre. So he's given me a handful of worms, and I'm putting a flapper out. Not that I want to, but needs must. Needs must, I'm afraid. So I'm going to hull it over there because there's that gully over there, isn't there? But it ain't going out far. I put a 6-ounce weight on as well because it's close in, we've got a few waves. Whacking out the big, well, whacking out baits, aren't I? For hopefully catching a hound or something, or even a bass out there, and it ain't happening. And should have been putting baits out close. I said to John when I was over there, you want to stick one out 20 yards, so he did. It weren't even 20 yards, it was like 10, maybe 13. And then bang. He says I missed it, but he didn't miss it. So yeah, so he's given me some worm. I'm now going to get another flapper out, shall I, or shall I not? I've got another bait made up, crab, so I really should use that. But do you know what I'll do? I'm going to chuck that out short. I've been whacking them all out, and I'm not saying whacking them out to the horizon and all that bullshit, but I've just been whacking it as hard as I can. Not even whacking as hard as I can, just trying to cast correctly. Right, as soon as that one comes in, I'm going to chuck that out 30-40 yards, maybe 50. Just gonna red thump it, because if I put it on the ground and not even try, it'll fly. See you in a bit. Let's get this other one in. Last part, let's change tactics and fishing closer. Right, let's get this changed over. And I'll put this away and might get another flapper out. If there's bass there, they'll take this, because it's squid and crab. Now this is the one that I did. Look at that fucking shite. I made the bait a lot smaller, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. And I reckon Paul, who I spoke to, I reckon he does his baits even smaller than that. Let me just show you quick. We've got enough time, I think. So this is the bait now, look. So there you have it. So you can see that's a lot smaller now. The bait just goes past the hook at the bottom and it's just hooked in at the top. But what's that, about 2 inch long? It's still about 45-50 millimeters long. Could do it even smaller. Like I say, if you cut that tip off, but yeah, you don't need big huge baits. And you don't need big huge hooks either. It's how you use the hooks that count. Right. Well, 2 close-in baits, 1 worm, 1 squid and crab. So that's the first time I've done that today. Should know better, really. Should know better. You know how to fish, Vernon. Right. There you have it. Didn't have that right, did I? So, fingers crossed, eh? Got to catch something, Anna. Those 2 lads are leaving. Don't think they've had anything. But what I'll do is, I'll bring you back when I catch this fish, because I'm going to catch one. Time is, what's the time? Can't be late off here. 9:20. So I've got at least an hour. So John will probably go before me, but I'm going to stop there. See you in a bit. Right, let's get this in and then I'll bait up. I'm just going to bait the rig up, so I ain't got one ready. But I ain't going to be here much longer. Right, let's get these baited up. Don't really want the video too long, but I guess it will be. I've been chatting to John. We've had a good time, haven't we? And to be honest, with what I've told you, what's been going on in my life, and the wives and daughters especially, it's just nice to be out today. It's nice to be out in the environment, having a nice day really. Bit of company with John, and fished with John for a while now. This is what I don't like about lugworm. There's one little bit left on. Oh, fuck's sake. Ugh. See if we can get another one on there. No, we'll just do the one. I think I should have took what John gave me in the first place, because there's there's not so many as what I thought. I said to him, no, I don't need all them, John. Don't need all that. A beautiful evening, absolutely fantastic. What a beautiful evening it is. So yeah, let's get this chucked out short. I'll go all the way down the bottom because I don't want to chuck it far and I want it nice and gentle. Probably got one more cast. I'm going to leave the crab and squid out there. It was probably just a rogue bass that John had. Set the drag, always set your drag. It's a poor lazy fisherman that don't. And if I weren't to set my drag and everything got pulled over, then I'm a poor lazy fisherman. That rod's tapping away. I just don't know whether it's the waves. Well, if there's a fish on it, I've got a barb. See you in a bit. Well, there you go. The sun is setting. The time is 9 o'clock on the nose. And the tide is now leaving the slope. In front of John, it is already left. So I'm going to reel these rods in now. This is it. Looks like, unless there's something on these, it's just been one fish for John. And it's been enjoyable. After the 2 weeks that I've just had with worry, this has been a total and utter relaxation. It's just been fantastic. Life is back to normal for Vern. Oh shit. We've caught ourselves an eel and it's hooked quite well. What an absolute stonker. Last cast again. Last cast again. Can't believe it. You got to hold your line away like this and then they don't snot up all your line. What a booty. That's not a bad size eel either. That's this towel bollocks, didn't it? Should have got the other one out. There we go. One green eel. I'll say green because it looks green. Hey? How's about that then? Oh, don't want to say that, do we? Trying to get my glasses off. Yeah. Right, we'll go over here into the middle because there's more water here, look. And I'm gonna chuck it because the water is deeper here. But Nice little hooked, see the little hole? So that's good, isn't it? One eel. Let's get that out. I think he'll go back all right, won't he? He'll feel which way that tide's running and he'll head on out. What a fantastic thing. So I should have put a flapper on earlier, or even use my pennel pulley rig and cast out short and give it a whirl. But you just, being a burly man with chiseled looks, you just think to yourself, don't you, let's keep whacking it out. And I'm pleased I did, actually, because I hit it up higher. Now it might not look it in the video, but I did feel it. It certainly felt different, and obviously the spool slipped, didn't it? Rod was loaded up. Brilliant. Let's get the last rod in. It's not a blank. So I blanked in the last two, didn't I? I cast these out and went and had a chat with John, didn't I? There's nothing on this. I'll tell you what's also nice about today's session. I'll tell you what also is nice about today's session, and that is the fact, let's just frame this up, it's just the fact that there's been no May rot, has there? That's the good thing. No May rot. I mean, John's over there. I expect by the time I get back to the van he'll probably be gone. But hey, old jammy Verns done it again, hasn't he? If it weren't for John giving me them lugworm, I wouldn't have caught the fish. So I caught ourselves a green eel, silver eel. It looked green to me. Absolutely brilliant. I've released it into the big puddle, which goes out, and the slippery eel will swim out there. He knows what he's doing. He's been brought up knowing which way the tide's going, so he knows if he goes the wrong way, he's going to get beached. Good throw, out he went. It's fantastic. Thank you for watching. If you've got this far, I'm chuffed. If you've watched it in more than one session, I'm chuffed. It's fantastic. Thanks for the support of all of you. What's all this? I'm excited I caught a fish. So yeah, now thanks for all the support that you give. Members, people that comment all the time, people that just come in occasionally and watch and go, those that watch for 5 minutes. But please, if you've only just come in now, give us a thumbs up and please give us a comment. This is the last video I'm going to say this. If it don't work out, I'll have a moan, guaranteed. But since my 9 hounds, my channel has picked up. So with that, and you helping me out with thumbs ups and comments, please, I mean, there's thousands of you that watch it, so you know, rather than having 150, 120, 80, 90, give us a few more. I'll be so much appreciated and I'll be happy. But it's been great news for me that I've shared with you. It's been a traumatic time for my daughter, boy Richard, and the wife and myself. I wear me out on my sleeve sometimes, as Colin told me, and I like to share what I can when I can. Thanks for watching. It's been Zziplex rods and rocket reels and 1 eel. So I'm chuffed with that. I'll see you in on. Did you have to have them extra inches? Couldn't you share them about a bit with me?
Yeah, yeah.